Hey guys, my name is Mike or Kubera. Today we're going to be talking about Parity again, a little update. So this was the company that had around $160 million worth of Ethereum frozen. Definitely did affect the blockchain for a little bit there. People started freaking around. And yeah, so this is kind of interesting, so you should probably stay tuned. If not, I'll get very upset. Oh boy, it is 2 in the morning. I'm getting really excited. I have to leave in an hour and a half for my flight, but let's chat really quickly about Parity. So they're floating around trying to fix the fact that they had 513,774 and 16 Ethereum gone. Well, it's not gone, it's just there. It's sitting there and it's frozen. So an anonymous developer supposedly suicided the code library, which at that point, like, everything relied on the library, and since that kind of exploded, 587 separate wallets were affected, where at current prices that's $160.8 million. Anyways, so this was after a Parity bug, and this spans all the way from July. As I said in the previous video, there was an issue with Parity, and that was fixed on July 19th, but then there was something else that came on July 20th, and this results all the way from there. And it was kind of buggy for months, and then one person, boom, triggered everything to fall apart and crumble on November 6th. And for the past couple of days, people have been freaking out because, especially the ones over there, because, you know, it's just hundreds of millions of dollars at stake here. So especially if Ethereum goes up into the future, it has a Bitcoin scene where that $161 million might be worth like 500 million or $1 billion in the future. It's interesting, but pretty much there's one main thing that's going on. So the first thing that they were thinking of, the team, was a network hard fork in 2018. And that could lead to a solution, but it would still be a little bit difficult. So they're thinking about that as the backup plan. But they're going back to something that Vitalik Buterin was the guy who co-founded Ethereum. There was this interesting thing called EIP 156, and that was a proposal from late 2016 from Vitalik that focused on freeing up money locked in certain types of contracts. But that's the thing, it was a proposal from late 2016, so from a year ago, so that means you'd have to go back to it, which still would result in a fork pretty much. IP 156 has been discussed quite a lot by the team, and they're saying that the team is working on a broadly accepted solution that will unblock the funds, and hopefully they're able to unlock the funds. But no matter which way you go, you're still talking about forking Ethereum, which people weren't too happy about Ethereum and Ethereum Classic, and people aren't too happy about Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin Unlimited, and you know, it's weird, right? So people don't want forks. I mean, okay, here's the thing. As long as it's helpful for cryptocurrencies, fantastic, and you shouldn't have a divisive community. But with this, the problem is that it's just like, if you go back for $150 million, $160 million, and you change up everything, well, what happens when you have $1 billion that's frozen, or $10 billion in the future? Are you going to go back every single time that there's a problem with the whole system? Or, you know, isn't that what cryptocurrencies are supposed to, like, stop? That, you know, okay, if you lose money, if you lose your funds, that's that. There's no way to recover it. And by the way, it's not just this, but think about the billions of dollars that are lost. There's people who lost hard drives worth, you know, hundreds of millions of dollars with Bitcoins on them, and they'll never get it back, most likely. So there's a lot of money in cryptocurrencies that's just kind of floating around. And it's kind of a bad thing, but it's also a good thing, because if it's not reversible, you know, where you have a lot of money lost in PayPal chargebacks and refunds and all that stuff, it's like cryptocurrency offers a solution. But as soon as companies and other figureheads start taking a control on this, you start getting a little bit worried, you know? So, I don't know. What do you guys think about this? And the previous thing that happened that this is kind of raising concern to was of the DAO, DAO. That was an Ethereum-based funding vehicle that collapsed in the summer of 2016 due to a code exploit that just debilitated the whole system. And that money, unlike this time where it's just sitting there, it's frozen, there's no way for hackers to come in, that money was attacked. So it's like, this money at least is not vulnerable. They have time to think about it. And there's a lot of money at stake here, so you know, it's definitely interesting. But what do you guys think about this? My name is Michael Kubera. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. We shall see you guys when I am touchdown in Canada, so I'm kind of excited about that. I'm going to take my camera on the plane with me. Maybe I'll film some things, get excited, and thank you for over 11,000 subscribers. That's awesome.